again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Turning it on! He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Durham. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Johnson wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to blow his way in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown LSU! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. If they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. The short hands, it's Hughes. That running back looks as if he'd be at home in the receiver room with that footwork along the sideline.
Yeah, Reese, this defense is going to have their hands full because this is a complete running back. He's not good just blocking or running with the football, but he can catch it as well.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. Slithers into space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession,
he lets one fly deep. Makes a catch at the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Stewart. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Stewart. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Scores on the sneak.
and I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Johnson looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On the direct snap, it's Stewart. Running into the open space. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Forced out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Johnson wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Into the secondary on the right. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge gain. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic of. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got to really really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky. That
breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Runs for the tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. This is a big key for us to win this game.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big game, got to get that first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure.
He's got it along the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Ducks are flying down the field. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Might as well stick with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him. Hit.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. In the red area, it's Whittington. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Moore to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with turning it on. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
And it's plays like that that galvanize a home crowd. Just listen to this place right now. It was an awesome job on the scramble, getting what he could get, breaking free, and creating an explosive play. But this is where the home field advantage really kicks in. You get this crowd and this volume rocking, man, they are hard to beat at home when they send them like that.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in the block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. With these last two plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal?
Here we go.
Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore will throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Off the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He got his man downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Defense gets it done this time, perhaps taking away a little of that bravado that this quarterback has shown running the ball.
And when you see it, you kind of get accustomed to it. You get used to the speed. You get used to the option and what you want to do to try to defend it and how to mix up the looks. Nice job mixing it up a little bit and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Buys a little time with his feet. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The give to the tailback. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a crease. It's Whittington. It's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster.
Well, the running back really lucky.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, the ground game. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now on third down for this offense. Johnson looking to throw. Dances away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Complete to the left. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's the pressure. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
He's looking deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Ducks. They take the lead with the 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Johnson wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Look out, he's got room. Wide open spaces. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Duro. At the 35, he's loose. It's a running touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. Off and running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Johnson looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down and run. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Might be looking to run. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Tigers will snap it on first and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Steps away. That's caught. It's Durham. And they're able to make the tackle. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the air on second and short. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Incomplete on 4th down. And, man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. 1 possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and turnover on downs.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He tries to take the top off. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the 2nd half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Johnson looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. At the 35, he's open. Quick step and go. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And at this point, the defense defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display. Well, they tried to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They're coming flying.
The sneak scores it.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The play action fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Under fire. Connection to the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop.
It's a seam wide open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play.
Turning it on. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8th. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown LSU! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Power football with the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the 1st. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. There he goes. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
1st down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good...
Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He won't make it. Stopped short of the goal line. The attempt for 2 is no good, and they are still down by 1. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it, and the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The official says no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Last chance coming up. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still